Today, let us discuss how we are going to deal with missing values. So this here is a sample data set with 15 students from different faculties with different GPAs assigned to each student. So how do we know when we have missing values? Because sometimes missing values, they could make our data less effective, especially if we don't properly account for them. So sometimes the data set might be much larger than this, and you might not be able to easily pick it up. So for example, like I'm looking here, and I'm seeing here a missing space here and there, and I'm also seeing a missing space here. So I could say that there are at least 3 missing values. If we look at GPA, we know GPA is normally a singular digit with 2 decimal places, and here we are seeing a value with 4 digits and 2 decimal places. And we know that if you see something like this, then more than likely might be incorrect. And it's never good to assume that this should be 1.99 because you never know if that was actually the correct thing. So if you're going to account for it, it's always good to code it as a missing value. But if you have a large data set, how do you know how many missing values exist? So what you could do, you could go to Analyze, Descriptives, or go to Frequencies. And let's, for example, look at GPA. So we already have GPA here. So let's look at GPA, and let's look at, say, mean, and we click OK. So when it comes here, it gives us a frequency table of all the different values, and here it tells us that we have 1 missing value. And if we should go back to, and we shall look to do this same to analyze descriptive frequency, and let us now focus on faculty. Send faculty across. We could take this off, and let's look at the frequency distribution for that. So for faculty here, we see where it's saying here missing, and it shows 2. So we have to ensure, so now we know that we have 2 missing values in faculty, and we have at least 1 missing value in the GPA category. So we'll go back to our data set. So in our data set here, let's use a number to represent the missing values. And it's good to use numbers because PSPP, the system, it works based on numbers. So it's easier to identify with numbers. If you use a word or something like that, it will record it as another value and not necessarily a missing value, right? So let's use one of my favorite, which is -99. We know there's no faculty that will be called -99, or hopefully not. So we'll place that there, and we'll come here as well. We could also use -99 because that will never be a GPA score. Use -99. This figure here, even though there's a figure present, but just because we're not sure, we're going to code it as a missing value as well. So when you finish with that, it's important that you go to variable view, and in variable view, you account for them and label them as missing values. So here it's saying no missing values, so you just click discrete missing value, and you put right here -99, and we press OK. For GPA, we do the same thing. Click discrete missing value, come here, press 99, -99, and we click OK. So now if we go to Analyze, and we'll go to Descriptives, Frequencies, let's run faculty again, and let's go here, frequencies, send faculty over, and let's look at GPA. We'll send GPA back, look back at, just tick mean, just so that we could see some information come up in the frequency. I'll click OK, and then now we'll come back to our tables. So when we look here now, we'll still see that it shows that two missing. The missing is 2. And if you look here on this one now, it will show that the missing is -99. So you know, so the system now know that we say -99 is 2 missing value. When we come here to GPA, we realize that we're seeing only 1 missing value. So that means something probably went wrong. So let's go back. So if we go back to our practice data set, go to data view, we realize that this did not change. So let's do that again. minus 99. Good. All right, so minus 99. So let's go again, analyze, descriptives. See, and we're looking at GPA. Let's click OK. I'll come here again. And now we are seeing the correct thing, right? So look here. So under GPA now we are seeing we're saying that where there is minus 99, there are two missing values, and it will account for it. So when it now goes to calculate the mean here, so if you look at the mean before, when it only account for one missing value, the mean here was 144 because we had a really high figure of 1990. But when we account for all missing values, we see that now the mean actually reflects like what an ordinary GPA mean should look like, and it tells us here that there were two missing values. So this is how you deal with missing values using PSPP.